Okay, so here's how to replace the screen on an A1466 MacBook Air. So first you remove all the screws around. There's 10. You will use let's see here, what is that? Pentalobe 1.2. Once you get all the screws out, there's a little clip here, so you'll pop this out. It was attached to the battery. I already popped it out because I removed the screws. So then you got to take the screws out from the batteries. There's two here, and one here. Once you do that, lift the back and then pull this cable out. So usually you use like your nail on this, on the two corners here, and just pull it. Then you can get that. So be careful when you lift this, because sometimes it'll get caught on this cable. Just make sure it's not caught. So once you get that out, whenever you want to change like LCDs and stuff, you want to drain the power. So open it up, hold the power button for a few seconds. Okay, just make sure there's no power. Alright, once you do that, leave the screen open like this, 90 degrees. Okay, undo the latch, pull that out, and then you gotta take these out. There'll be an adhesive under here, so just pull it off. Yeah, and then you'll have to remove a bunch of screws. These will all use the same screwdriver bit as the battery, I forgot to mention, but that uses a T5. So you'll use the T5 screwdriver bit to remove the fan. So there's these two here, and then there's one here, and then this latch here for the fan. So to remove that latch, you lift up. You'll see that tab goes up. Then you can take the fan, the corner, pull it up. There'll be a little adhesive on the rubber piece. Just undo that. And then once you get that, you can just wiggle the fan sideways and this will come out. Once you get the fan out, you'll have to remove these two cables. This cable you don't really need to remove, but it'll give you better access, so I always usually remove it. So use your nails, kind of pull this as well again, or a pry tool. Actually, this one you can pull the wires because they're a little bit more sturdy, but make sure wobble it so it comes out easily. And then same thing with the, let me use a tool for that. Then you got to remove this cable. This is for the camera, the webcam. So I use like a little tool to pull on those little edges there. So you just like pull it a little at a time on both sides. Wiggle it out like that. Get that out. There's a little dust here. Let me clean that up. So get that out. And then you want to remove this cable under here. This is for the microphone. So same thing as the webcam, not the webcam, the fan. You flip that piece up, and then there's a little tape on it, so you want to remove that tape, and then you kind of just wiggle this one, and it'll come out. Once you do that, you can remove the webcam cable. So you pull that around this way, and it comes out. And then you also want to remove the wireless antennas. So to remove that, you just lift up from the back of these connectors, and then they'll pop out. So you just do that. Oh, it's hard to do with one hand, right? So just grip it, pull it back up. Same thing with the other one. Grip it. It's kind of hard to do it once. Yeah, this one you can probably use a tool. So use like the screwdriver. Just be careful not to touch any connectors to short anything out. And then, so do that, lift under, and pull it up. That comes out. then you can pull these wires. They're slotted in. So grab them, remove them from their slot, and then just pull them up like that. They'll come out from that slot. When you put it back, just make sure to put them back in the slot. So you got that. Once you get that, you remove the 6 other screws. These will be using, let's see here, this is a T8. So use a T8 bit. Remove the 6 screws here. Okay, and once you get all 6 screws out, you can, well, actually take them out so you don't lose them. So take the 6 screws out. This will stay in the antenna. Make sure to put the antenna thing, this cable, back when you put that in. But yeah, once you get all of that out, then you can just lift the screen out, and that's it. Get the replacement, put it back, do the opposite. If you want to change the wireless card, you can do that as well. It's just right here. Just remove that with a T5 bit, just like the rest of the other pieces. This is the trackpad and keyboard cable, so if you're having a keyboard issue or trackpad issue, sometimes it's that, sometimes it's the trackpad, sometimes it's the keyboard. Usually you can replace like this whole top piece. Then there's the speaker. It's held in place by some adhesive. You would just pry it up. The other speaker cables are here. To remove these, you just go from the back and then go as close as possible to the connector and pull it up. There's a little space under it, so if you don't have like good nails or pry tools, you can use like a needle as well. And then this is the SSD, so if you want to replace the SSD, you can do that as well. You just remove the screw and then kind of wiggle it out backwards. And that's pretty much it. This board is also replaceable. That's the I/O board for the charger, and then one USB and the headphone jack. So then that, if you want to clean up the dust, you can take that out and clean that as well. Yep, that's pretty much it.